Welcome to Peering Films Editing Suite. This is where Mark produces his Truro City montages, and welcome to our end of season DVD. Who would have thought that on the 14th of August last year, when Truro City were soundly beaten 3-0 at home to Cheshire United at the start of the season, that Chairman Kevin Heaney would be leading the team out onto the pitch on Easter Monday as Southern League Premier champions, and Jake Ash mustering up all his strength to lift that enormous shield. We're going to look at some of the highs and the lows of the season, the ebbs and flows as we follow Truro City's bid to become the first team ever to gain 5 promotions in 6 years. There will be reactions from the chairman.
No, it's very, very close. I mean, you lose 5, you probably finish 6. You win 5, you probably win the league. It's that close.
The manager.
No, definitely not. You know, we know what's at stake. It's a big, big game for the club as a whole. And hopefully we can do the job today.
And the captain.
If we're realistic about winning the league, we need to get 3 points on Saturday. You know, it is a 6-pointer.
Not to mention the fans as well.
A bit of a pitch invasion, one-man pitch invasion. That was the memory.
We will also have the result of the goal of the season competition and 1 or 2 special other features. We begin not with the Zamaretto Southern League Premier Division fixture, but in the FA Trophy game against AFC Sudbury, the visitors to Truro Road on Saturday, November 20th, 2010. Truro City seemed to have most of the chances but couldn't put the ball away. Martin Rice pulled off an excellent save. Conceding a goal in the first half. Truro continued to bombard the Sudbury goalmouth. With the Truro faithful urging their side on, City drew level with a relatively easy tap-in from Barry Hales from a corner in the second half. Cup run came to an end with a superbly taken goal from Steve Wareham late in the second half. It wouldn't surprise me though if there wasn't a sigh of relief from the chairman when Martin Watts' direct free kick hit the post. A goal would have meant a 700-mile midweek round trip to Suffolk for a replay. A week later and snow hits Cornwall. The City alert system is activated in the morning with a request for volunteers to clear the pitch. Even visiting Stourbridge supporters and officials lend a hand to ensure that the game goes ahead. Truro went into the game as league leaders, 4 points ahead of Salisbury City and 7 ahead of Cambridge City, but having played 1 game more. Both teams go close early on, and Rice in the Truro goal and his opposite number Lewis are called up to tip the ball over the bar. However, it's Stourbridge who take the lead. Hales manages to pull one back for Truro to make it his 6th goal of the season before the interval. Martin Watts goes close with another trademark free kick, only to see the keeper get his fingertips to the ball and push it around the post. Pugh puts the ball through to Taylor, who in turn manages to shrug off a challenge, get to the byline before getting his cross in, only for the ball to be scrambled away. Then, after some feisty tackles in the middle of the park and an interchange of the proverbial handbags, Andy Taylor auditions for Rada, much to the amusement of Barry Hales. Normal service is resumed and Taylor puts through Watkins, who clinically finishes to put the league leaders ahead. With darkness falling, Marcus Martin latches onto a cross from Watkins to put the game beyond the reach of Stourbridge. The December fixture list was decimated by the adverse weather conditions and 3 of the 5 games were postponed. A draw at Oxford and an emphatic win at Weymouth meant that Truro City went into the new year still top of the league, but with Salisbury close on their heels. Before Christmas, Life member Barry Pascoe sadly passed away. He was a great stalwart to the club through thick and thin and man on the mic for 50 years. A minute's silence was recognised before the local derby home fixture against Tiverton on the 3rd of January. Fixture also was the first to feature the dulcet tones of yours truly as the new Piran Films matchday commentator.
And a bad pass there. It's Truro's Marcus Martin who's gone down. Some of the players not liking what they saw there. Free kick in towards Kevin Hill. A great flick over by City's keeper Martin Rice. Hill able to get in on a free kick, completely unmarked from Russell G. 0-0 at the moment. Ball towards near post. Few flicks it on, and it was only just wide there by Steve Adams. Corner in, Hales with a header, and it's there at the far post. Corner by Andy Taylor. Barry Hales completely unmarked there, but a good header nonetheless, just within the half hour, and that's the goal, that's the breakthrough that Truro City wanted. 29 minutes on the clock. Truro City 1, Tiverton Town 0. Good challenge by Pugh to Adams, to Watts, inside to Clay. Smith brought down by the right back, Sampson, and surely that's going to be another yellow card. Tiverton's 3rd of the match. Referee playing good advantage there for Truro as it goes out right to McConnell, pushing forward all the players in the Tiverton half. Taylor with a cross in towards Martin, and there it is, 2-0. Another great header, another great cross by Taylor, and it's Truro City 2, Tiverton 0. Tiverton break forward. In fact, they're through here. Not the yellow on Rice, but a great save by Rice there. Truro's back forward, just standing a bit still, perhaps thinking it might have been offside. Taylor does well to keep it in, but no man up with him at the moment. Walker's trying to get in there. Here he is, out left to Martin. Martin cuts inside, and a great save by Draper as Martin aimed for that top right-hand corner of the net, but Draper, a late diving save to his left. Crossing by Walker towards Martin, and there it is! That's another goal for the skipper. A great cross deep to the far post from Scott Walker. Martin comes in late and volleys it home to make it Truro 3, Tiverton 0, midway through the second half.
By mid-January, Truro City were still top of the Zamorento League as they went into their home fixture against mid-table Evesham United. The maths weren't looking good. 8 points ahead of Salisbury City, who had 4 games in hand over us. A home win was of paramount importance.
Evesham United and Truro City.
Now the corner taken by Taylor, flicked on by Pugh. and it's Martin with a shot, not the cleanest of shots, but eventually cleared away by Hyde. Watts cross towards Yeton, and it's Martin at the far post, turns back towards goal, but headed away by Evesham, and they eventually clear. It's Jamie Palmer out left. Palmer crosses it, headed, not a good header by Pugh, and back to Palmer. This shot is saved by Rice at the near post there. Long time to take the throw. Eventually it goes to Barnfield. Barnfield's pass not that effective towards Vaughan, and Yeton surely is going to open the scoring for the home side, but eventually his second chance hits the post. Now into stoppage time. This kick by Martin Watts towards Pugh, but it's headed away. Still Truro with the ball. Martin back to Smith. Flicks it in towards the near post, and again Yeton. Pugh's clearance gets blocked. Mensah inside to Bonfield. Bonfield breaks through. A shot towards goal, towards that far post, going all the way across. Brown couldn't quite get on the end of it, and an early scare in the second half for Truro there. Watts with the free kick. Shot towards goal, and Vaughan had to get then quick to clear it, and it comes off the crossbar and it's knocked in by Yeton's claiming it, but I think it's Martin that everyone seems to be congratulating Marcus Martin. So
That goal in the 51st minute of the game. Captain's goal. Number 10, Marcus Martin.
the left back position, Doug Watson. Watson's long cross field pass is eventually cleared by Pugh, and Barnfield gets Brown in with his chance, and a good save by the keeper Rice. Shepard takes the corner. Oh, and the ball's cleared off the line. Donny Clay then flicks it out, and good clearance. Vaughan to take the kick. Up goes Pugh. Broad beaten in the air by Jackson, and it's Palmer who heads over the crossbar. Adams comes around nicely and mops up the trouble. Watts again clearing his line, but happy to just punt it forward at this stage. Truro City seconds surely towards winning another 3 points in their move towards the Zamaracho Southern League Premier Division Championship, top at the moment. Before today they were sitting 8 points ahead of Salisbury. And eventually, although Ash thought the free kick had been taken, but the referee's claiming it was a moving ball, so it's got to be retaken. Jackson brings it down with his chest, turns with his left foot towards Brown, flicks it inside towards Daniel, who's pushing up now. Mensah on the edge of the box to Blake. Blake shots, and it's there. It's an equaliser. It comes off Watts. Blake has got the shot, and it's an equaliser. Truro 1, Evesham 1.
A win at Cambridge and a defeat at Cheshire meant that City still occupied top spot, but all the money was on Salisbury City for the title and automatic promotion. February the 1st, and the fog descends over Truro for the rearranged midweek fixture against Cirencester.
Back to Adams, little flick up towards Pugh, stayed up there, head towards goal, and it's tipped over by the keeper, Matt Gorman. Free kick comes in that tricks everyone by going back to number 5. A great shot there, which comes off a Truro defender, but that shot by Justin McKay was...
Substitution in the 56th minute for Truro City. Number 6, Danny Clay, being replaced by 16, Les Apple.
That change for Clay going off has come inside as Apple on the ball is the substitute for Truro. Number 16 to Yeton. Yeton gets McConnell into the play, but in came number 3, Tim Etheridge, and Tom Etheridge, and wild tackle which has caught McConnell, and he needs treatment. Free kick to City. Martin wants to take. Shoots towards goal, and it's there! Keeper Bowman got a hand to it, but from 30 yards out, Watts has opened the scoring with a tremendous free kick. Truro City 1, Cirencester Town 0. McConnell with a kick towards Hales. Hales holds his man up, still holding him up. Flicks it out to Martin, middle ball towards Affle, and it hits the crossbar! Ball comes across, Hales at the far post. Keeper makes a mess of that. Affle just tries to cross, but it's blocked as Hales is on the ball. Knocks it inside to Les. Affle shoots, and it's just wide of that far post. Still Cirencester forcing forward, but good challenge and win by Martin. Hales getting Affle on with a chance of running onto the ball. He beats one, cuts inside, but eventually, and there it is! A great goal by the little 16. Took his time, weaved inside two central defenders, and the second goal for Les Affle.
Second goal for Truro City. And his third goal of the season, number 16, Les Affle.
So, good afternoon. Truro City versus Bedford Town's Amaretto Southern League Premier Division game kicks off this afternoon. A very windswept Truro Road. Goes to Taylor, back to Hales. Crosses it towards Yetton. Yetton gets up, but it's a great save by Ian Brown. But that was a good cross by Truro towards Yetton. And first chance on goal. Affle will pick this one up, goes past Clark, using his pace, gets away from Clark, and a good shot. Yetton and Taylor in the middle, screaming for it. Looks up, crosses it towards Yetton, and in fact it's a touch by the keeper, Ian Brown. Just dived late and palmed it to the left. The wind seems to be getting stronger here at Truro Road. It's Truro City skipper Martin on the ball, right left to Watts. Has a shot, and in fact a great effort there, which surprised the keeper. Connell inside to Martin. Good first time ball out to Taylor. Taylor finds Martin again. Hales has a shot, and it's just wide off a Bedford defender for a corner. Oh, McConnell's cross is missed by defender. It falls to Hales. Hales spins and shoots, and although he's appealing for a corner, it's off for a goal kick. Martin goes up, heads it, but only the wrong way. Eventually, it's Dwayne Stupple who knocks the ball forward. Rice is off his line, but he misclears, and it's the number 9, Jermaine Ivey, who breaks the deadlock here. Rice made a terrible mess of that clearance, hit the Bedford centre forward, Jermaine Ivey, and it's 1-0 to Bedford. McConnell inside to Adams, quickly gets the ball out to Watts. Oh, and Brown did well there to see that ball late as Hoyt went to clear it, just touched his head, and the two players looking at each other to say who was supposed to be doing what, but in the end Ian Brown had to dive quickly across to his left. Richardson for Bedford towards Ivy, race against Pugh. Pugh gets in a leg and is off for a corner, or in fact it doesn't go for a corner. Rice does well to keep it in play as Bedford appealing for a penalty there. Hoyt can't win it cleanly, it falls to Yetton. Yetton's shot is blocked by Brown. Taylor with the corner, up goes Pugh. Pugh's header towards goal, but it's saved. Martin Rice, the Truro keeper, out to McConnell. Long ball forward, but it's headed away by Wall to Cole. Cole is beaten by Broad. Flicked on by Affle for Truro. Hales on the edge of the box. Out to Affle on the right side, and it goes over Brown, but Yetton gets a header in, but over the crossbar. Groans from the home side supporters.
A poor run of just 8 points out of a possible 24 meant that City had surrendered top spot to Salisbury. Not the ideal scenario as they headed up the A303 to take on the former conference side and champion favourites.
So first things first, page 6 of the programme. You'll see a little article about Mark Huckle. Mark used to play for the Whites in the areas of own film company, Truro Films. We'll be filming the game tonight, and that will be, clips of the game will be available on his website, which is www.trurofilms.co.uk. And that's Mark Huckle, and I'll give you a bit of detail about Mark later.
Your attention, the kick-off's been late for 15 minutes. We got a lot of people outside that want to get in, and I'm sure that you don't want them to miss the start.
Big cheer please for tonight's game.
In their away change colours of all blue, they soon got over the disappointment of losing defender Martin Watts with an injury very early on, when after 23 minutes City took the lead as Stuart Yetton played in Andy Taylor to slot home.
Truro City's goal scored in the 23rd minute by number 7, Andrew Taylor.
10 minutes later it got even better when Barry Hales fired home a shot from distance for the first of a hat-trick on the night from the striker.
Second goal.
Salisbury were reduced to 10 men just before the break after a Ben Addlesbury lunging tackle on Yetton. The last quarter of the match belonged to Truro as Hales made it 3-0.
Truro City scored in the 77th minute by number 10, Barry Hales.
Before they were even further disappointed with having 2 efforts on goal both disallowed. Duke Les Affle raced through for the fourth 3 minutes from the final whistle. There was still time for Hales to complete his hat-trick, using all his body strength and know-how to turn and hit home from the edge of the 6-yard box.
This goal scored in the 91st minute, number 10, Barry Hale.
And then deep into stoppage time, Athol completed the 6-0 scoreline and sent a message out to their fellow title chasing contenders. City are well and truly back.
Well done for Truro City, scored in the 94th minute by number 10, Barry Hale.
Obviously, a lot riding on it. It felt like a proper football night, you know, good ground, lovely pitch, which suits our boys. It's no coincidence that when the pitches are like that, like it was up at Cambridge when we played up at there, and the boys played brilliantly. Salisbury pitch was great, good crowd, good buzz. I kind of knew we'd perform. I knew the boys would turn it on. You know, a lot of those boys have played at such a good level. You know, when they want to go up a notch, I think a lot of them can, and the crowd brought it out in a few of the boys. So it was a special night to come back, and it was, you know, of the 5-6 years, it's one of those ones I think that will stick in the memory for me. Probably wasn't a 6-0 game. I think realistically, 2 or 3 would have been fair, but it was a special night. And I think whatever happens this season, I think for all the guys that were there, players and supporters, I think it's one that will live long in the memory. To think that, you know, 4 or 5 years ago we were playing in the South Western League and Salisbury were knocking on the door of the Football League, and to go 6-0 in their own patch, not a bad night. Cambridge are a footballing side. They'll try and get the ball down and play. I think they're a brilliant club. Every time we've ever gone up there, they seem really well run. You know, nice, good set of lads, good off the field. But come Saturday, obviously that's all got to go out the window. And you know, we need to, if we're realistic about winning the league, we need to get 3 points on Saturday. You know, it is a 6-pointer. So fingers crossed. I think if we play our game, if we play, you know, like we did for most of the part at the Stour Bridge and all the game like at Salisbury, I think we should be all right.
McConnell into Hales. Hales goes down but still manages to keep possession into the box, lining up for a shot. He crosses it towards Athol, and Athol, coming off what looked to be his knee, knocks it wide for a goal kick, but good start there by City. Corner to the Sky Blues today, playing in changed colours, normally known as, or nicknamed as the Lily Whites, as Adrian Cambridge, skipper with the corner, short one. Hooked in, up goes the big number 4 again, Dave Theobald. That's twice he's caused a threat in the Truro penalty area. Carlisle for Truro City. Ash on the ball, looks to shoot. Good shot there, which Barrett had to quickly get across this goal. Dives to his right and collects the ball. Dangerous area this could be for Truro. Taylor to take it for them. And it's a shot at goal. It's going towards that far post. There's a great save by Barrett. Had to go down to his left and punch it clear. Cambridge with a throw. Looks as if it's going to be a long one towards that penalty spot area. Flicked on by Hammond. Theobald got a touch, then a second touch. Rice did well to come out. But a free kick against Cambridge. Cambridge caused concern. But goalless half-time here. Truro 0, Cambridge 0. Hammond at the far post, and that's where it's intended towards. Hammond gets it, but it's offside against Theobald as he put it into the net. The assistant referee immediately put his flag up, and the goal disallowed. Shonin takes the corner. Pugh gets up, his header down towards goal, but Abs hooks it out. Taylor gets it in towards Athol. This is dangerous for Truro. Shut down by Theobald, but the ball goes to Hales. The Hales shot, and it's a brilliant on the turn volley. City in the lead, 9 minutes into the second half. Good play by Athol there. He turned, crossed it, and Hales volleys it in.
January, 55th minute. It says 12th goal for the club. Number 10, Barry Hales.
So take two, Cambridge with the kick. This time it's in towards Poundy spot, but Taylor hooks it out, shot by Niceville, blocked down by Affle. Race to the ball between McConnell, and McConnell gets there first on the Hales. Hales on goal. Can he get his second goal of the game here? It goes in and it's there! A brilliant goal! 14 minutes into the second half. Barry Hales shows all his class and composure. 2-0 to the White Tigers.
His 13th goal of the season, but unlucky for us. Number 10, Barry Hales.
Affle to McConnell. Affle cuts inside two. Square to Jonin. Oh, but Jonin's first touch lets him down as he goes in, and this could be dangerous. He's shown a yellow card just a few minutes ago, and there it is, the second yellow card, and it's a red. Jonin is off for that challenge on the central defender. Outside to McConnell. Back to Taylor. Inside to Martin. Taylor moves on to the edge of the box. Hales to Martin. 1-2 with Taylor there, and Hales doing well there with his shot just over the crossbar. Great play between Taylor and Hales.
And the win today against the team third in the league in front of a crowd of over 600, City returned to the top of the league. They are helped by Salisbury dropping 2 points against relegation strugglers Didcot Town in a 1-1 draw. 2 weeks later in Didcot are the visitors at Truro Road, playing a Truro City side still smarting from a 3-2 defeat at Brackley the previous weekend. Lee Hodges remains confident, telling his players that 7 wins from the remaining 7 is all that's required to be crowned champions. Yeah.
This kick comes in, up goes the keeper, and it's headed in. As Barry Hales gets a header from the Scott Walker free kick. 9 minutes on the clock. Keeper came out, missed it, and Hales was ready to head in.
And the scorer of the first Truro goal, Barry Hales.
Table with a kick for Didcot, left-footed, goes over the wall and hits the post. A great effort from Didcot's number 8 through Dave Lawrence. Out right to Andy Gunn. Inside to Alexis, flicks it on towards Table, but Ash wins it. His early ball towards Les Affle. Affle tries to chip the keeper, and it's just over the bar as Sam Warren was off his line. Affle looked up, chipped in, but just over the crossbar. Ball goes over Pugh as Dave Lawrence read it well. That's a shot, and it's there. It's a great goal. 26 minutes on the clock. Jake Ash appealing for something, but Dave Lawrence made the most of that. And from the edge of the penalty area, a good, powerful shot, which Rice had no chance to save. And still Truro need that goal to get that vital win in their promotion push. Dan Smith on the ball. Gets a shot in, and in fact, for a moment, looked as if it might threaten Worrell, but Worrell shuffling across to his right and managed to fall on the ball safely. Marcus Martin does well, gets past Gunn. Moving towards goal, shut down by Hoopy, and then a tackle by Alexis, and it's a free kick to Truro. And this time, surely the referee will have a few words with the Didcot players. Stops his clock. Carlisle with a kick. Nice bender towards the near post, but Worrell got across, pushed it away for a corner. Walker again. Cross comes in. Yeton wins it, but it's cleared by Alexis. Pugh will get there first for Truro. Then a good ball out left to Martin. Martin dinks it in, but Dwaro wins the ball, but he doesn't grab it. Apple puts it in, but it's already been blown for a free kick. Hales is appealing, but referee Jim McCaffrey had already blown the whistle for an infringement. Walker to take it. Up goes Pugh. Pugh header on, and it's there! It's a great goal! 34 minutes into the second half. Truro go 2-1 up. Straightforward method of a free kick. Walker knocking it into the box. Pugh wins it in the air, and it's too far into the top corner for Warrow to stop it. City go 2-1 up. Goes to Hales, to McConnell, down that right flank to Yetton. Yetton gets it back to McConnell. McConnell's cross comes towards Martin, he misses it, but Affle gets to it, but his shot is miss-hit and off for a goal kick.
The 2-1 victory meant that City continued to put the pressure on Salisbury. Both teams have now played 34 games each and only 2 points between them. Worrying for City are Hensford, 4th in the league, the dark horses coming up on the far side with games in hand.
You know, I don't get too carried away with wins, draws or losses because, you know, it's about the big picture of the football club. I still think we've got enough with 5 games to go to be there. A lot depends on how other teams do. As you know, it's very, very close. I mean, you lose 5, you probably finish 6. You win 5, you probably win the league. It's that close. So we just got to worry about this game. 1 game at a time, get 3 points, try and get a clean sheet, and then we move on to the next game.
McConnell's throw, long one into Hales, to Martin, out left to Smith. Cross comes in and it's Hales who gets a touch, but a great save. Martin flicks it back in, and it's an own goal! Own goal, Matt Robinson. Caretaker manager puts it into his own net after 6 minutes. The cross coming in from Martin. Robinson under pressure, heads towards his own goal, and it's 1-0 City. Hopper and it's a shot on goal. It hits the post and it goes in. Rice left it as if he thought the ball was going wide, but it hit the post, went across the goal area, and a surprise equaliser there, just coming 2 minutes after City took the lead. And the credit of that shot, a long distance shot, goes to Swindon's number 9, David Murphy, 1-1. Walker's kick out towards Pugh. Eventually with Taylor. Cross comes in towards the far post, Affle's there, knocks it back to Martin, now it's Hales. Hales' shot is blocked, Affle again in towards Martin. Martin can't get it down, he gets a shot in, it's cleared off the line as Robinson gets it away for Swindon. Andy Taylor doing well to win the ball back from Robinson. Then getting McConnell back in action. McConnell crosses it towards Affle, but he mishits it. Smith flicks it back across, but Truro, chance wasted there perhaps for less Affle. Hey, Martin looks up, tries to cross it. Second attempt he does, but headed away by Beeden. Martin in action again, back to McConnell. Back to Martin again. This cross towards Hales is a great header, and it's a great goal. It's a header, another cross by Martin. Hales got right behind it towards the hands of James Ray, the Swindon keeper, but he couldn't keep it out, and it's 2-1 to Truro City. Towards Affle. Affle early run, he held his run, checked his run. It's Etheridge who can't clear it to Hales. We've just seen him get his 50th goal, and that's his 16th league goal of the season. Hales making the most of a mistake by Etheridge, and it's now City 3, Swindon 1. City moving forward, but this McHugh's stopped by Hales inside Affle to Taylor. Taylor can't get the ball from under his feet. Smith takes over. Smith's shot, and it's there! A goal after just the opening couple of minutes of the second half. And Smith is the man who ended up putting the ball in the net. Affle couldn't quite do it, and after Taylor tried, it was Dan Smith making it Truro 4, Swindon 1. kick from Scott Walker. Low one into Hales to Affle. Affle with the shot at the near post, but in the side netting. Take it short this time to Smith towards the far post. Ash is there, but McHugh sort of pushes into Ash, and it's a penalty. So Hales with the penalty, 18 minutes into the second half, on a hat-trick if he gets this one. Up he steps, and he's placed it wide of the keeper. Ray diving to his right. Hales, though, pin-perfect effort into the corner of the net. Truro 5, Swindon Supermarine 1. Hales' hat-trick and his 17th goal of the season. And it's a hat-trick here of Barry Hales, going off to a great round of applause. And it's another favourite striker of Truro City, Stuart Yetton, who comes on in his place. This is free kick. Aimed towards Martin. Martin wins it well. Inside of Yetton. Back to Martin. Martin's shot, and it's another goal. 21 minutes into the second half. It's now Truro 6, Swindon Supermarine 1. Great shot by Martin after Yetton held the ball up. Time enough for Martin to come in and crack it into the corner of the net. Quick corner taken. McConnell to Walker, the cross comes in towards Yetton. Yetton's header, and it hits the post. It's almost like slow motion. It hit the post, came out, Horgan cleared it by City. Taylor into McConnell, but didn't quite make it on that occasion. Hopper's header on to Murphy. Ash, though, can't stop Murphy coming away with the ball, and it's there. It's the second goal for David Murphy and Swindon, 6-2. McConnell, back to Taylor, into Affle. Affle, time to turn, knocks it towards Yetton, and it's left by Yetton, but Taylor followed it in with a brilliant half volley into the net, and it's now Truro 7, Swindon Supermarine 2.